Hey everybody, I'm headed to Home Depot right now because we have this old, it's not even old, it's like a year or two old coffee table that my wife bought, and it's probably MDF, but it feels lighter than that, with a sticker, like a wood sticker over the top of it. And as soon as you set anything cold or wet on it, it starts to peel or rip or anything like that. So I'm gonna go buy some cheap wood, probably like flooring or fencing or something like that, that'll just click together. I can stain it, sand it, and I'm just going to use the old legs on their hairpin legs. So I'm just going to use those to attach it to the new wood, and then I'll have a really nice coffee table that I'd probably spend $30 on. So let's go to Home Depot. Let's get some wood. It's always good to know what they got. So I think I got 5. I only need 4. So let's go 1, 2. I guess that's 3. And it's between these 2. Shoot. Let's check the price on plywood. See if it's gone down any. Doubt it. $88. Nope. I got the wood all loaded up. I like the choice that we got. I think it'll make a good. Make a good coffee table. I'm curious on what I should do as far as staining. I don't know if I should stain it or maybe take some clear coat to it to seal it. But I guess I'll do that after I get it all put together and then take a good look at it. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with the wood that we got. And it was cheap. It was like $6.77 a piece. So altogether, I think it was like $27. Can't beat that. So this is the coffee table that I'm replacing the top on. Let's see. I'll flip it here. So it's like when you buy it, it seems like it's nice, but this is just a sticker on top of, I don't know, hollow. I don't even know what it is, hollow. But as soon as you get like any kind of wet, it just peels up, and you can't see it. But if you run your hand over it, it's all bubbled up where any type of water has ran over it. Looks good from afar, but it's just not good. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the feet from here. You can see this is ripped off. I'm going to remove the feet and then cut this wood to the size that I need and replace it, glue it together obviously, and then put those legs on that, and that should do it. I mean, there's more to it obviously, but that will be the start of it. This is kind of the first thing I built, and I'm not really doing a lot. I mean, I did build a top to a dresser, and that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So I'm not really building anything, but it's like another step. So let's see how this goes. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking the pieces of wood that I bought the other day, and I'm trying to get the right measurements so that I can do the least amount of knots. So it has some of these knots like this, and then on this one right here it's got this knot here, but it's also got this, I don't know, it must have been an old it's just part of a knot or a branch. So this was the branch. Oops. So this was the branch, and then this must have been part of it. I don't really know, but I can't work around it, so I'm gonna have to use it, which is not a terrible thing. I think it'll look okay once it's done. But that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to measure so that I can get the least amount of knots in the wood, and I think that might be the only one I have to deal with. Unless I can cut the whole thing off, but we'll see when I get all the measurements done. But so far so good. so the glue's all dried, got all the clamps off of it. Now I'm going to take my router, my handheld router, which I haven't used very much, so I'm excited to use it, and I'm going to put a bevel on all the edges to match the other bevels that are already in the wood. And then I got to cut some edges out, and I noticed that this isn't as thick as the previous one, so the bolts, or the lag bolts, I guess they are, will get very close to the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some leftover pieces and make them about 2 inches shorter than the top, and then attach those to the bottom, and then attach the legs into that. And that should take care of all my problems. So all of them, every single problem. So lots to do. Let's get back to work. All right, I got the extra braces, and it's also like a spacer for the legs, so I don't screw through the top. Well, anyways, I got those glued and screwed to the back. It really took that little bow out, so it made it nice and flat. So now I'm going to attach the end caps with pocket holes, glue and pocket holes. I also, if you look at this, I also overlapped this part just about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little more, 3/8, so that when I slide in this piece, when I slide it in under here, it will still have a little bit of something to hold on to, that in case somebody comes by, it won't break off. So yeah, I'm going to pocket hole screw this in and glue, and stain it, put the legs on it, and call it a day. Alrighty, I just finished sanding the table down with 220, getting it ready for staining. I just need to vacuum it and wipe it down with a damp cloth. Make sure it's got no dust on it, and I'm gonna stain it like a medium gray stain, and then I'm gonna spray a clear coat poly on the top of it because I don't want staining and stuff like that. Not that won't just help it not stain or not get any like rings on it or anything. I'm jabbering. Anyways, we're gonna do all those things and then it will be totally finished, and I can put it back upstairs in the living room and we'll have a coffee table again. Rambling. Yeah, let's get back to work. Alright, the table is complete. I put it upstairs. I feel like, especially for my first time actually building a piece of furniture, I mean, it was as minimal as building as you. Regardless, I feel like I did a fairly good job. I learned a ton. Things I would probably do over. I'd probably start with a piece of plywood for the base, and then build on top of that, and then skirt the edges with wood so that you couldn't see the plywood. That would make sure that it was double thick and more sturdy, a little heavier, and that size of plywood probably wouldn't have cost that much more. Other than that, I feel like it turned out perfectly, and I'm excited to try something else. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.